Coming up, it offers 800 secluded acres for all to enjoy, and it's located right here in Tulsa. And growth is on the drawing board for the Gilcrease Museum. This and more on Perspectives. Hello, everyone. Having been a broadcaster for a good many years, I can say I've watched various time political animals who, once they were elected, were faced with the reality of what they're supposed to do. Simply put, they're elected to represent the people that voted for them, not the lobbying groups. Now, some folks say Congress gets its marching orders from the NRA or other special interest groups with enough money to back up their demands. Sadly, one special interest group is underrepresented in Congress. I'm talking about psychiatrists. Now, I've come to a point where I believe if the psychiatric lobby were as strong or stronger than the NRA, we might see real progress on Capitol Hill. For example, if your congressional behavior should indicate you're not playing with a full deck, there might be a law on the books that would force you to clean out your congressional desk, pack up, and go home. And the voters would be told to try again. Same thing would apply to state legislative bodies all across this great land of ours. It's a dream, you know. Better still, maybe before running for office, one would have to be evaluated by a body of psychiatrists, and if judged sane, granted a license to hold office. So why am I saying all this? Well, that's an easy one to answer. The Real ID Act. You see, right after 9/11 and the slaughter of over 3,000 innocent Americans, Congress decided we needed a uniform identification of some sort that each citizen would be required to carry to help prevent another such attack. So they passed what's being called the Real ID Act, and each state was required to approve it at the local level. That was over 14 years ago, and would you like to guess who hasn't yet approved it? That's right, Oklahoma. All we seem to be able to do is repeatedly ask for an extension. Why? Well, because some of the boys and girls we send to the legislature time and time again are worried. Why? Because they don't want the feds to know too much about them. Why? Doesn't make much sense because the information can already be found on the internet. Oh, I forget. Some of the boys over there don't know that. But most of our youngsters in public schools know it, in spite of the fact that education is ignored in this state. Another little fact for you to consider. The current estimated cost to implement the Real ID Act in Oklahoma is around $13 million of your tax dollars. Because it seems Oklahoma has waited so long to approve the measure, well, the state missed out on the federal grant money that was available at the time to pay for it. Real smart. No real wonder the governor wants to renegotiate the Indian gaming agreement so Oklahoma can get more money. It's a sort of cover your backside move, you see. Meanwhile, the clock is ticking, and the feds are about to spank us like a red-headed stepchild. If we don't man up and approve the measure, Oklahoma residents won't be able to board a commercial airliner to go see Aunt Frida, or to enter a federal building, or to visit a foreign country. Yes, sir, folks. Step right up. Watch your legislature in action. Making those little aluminum foil hats to wear while they're in session so, well, aliens from Area 51 can't scan their brains and read their thoughts. And we got nobody to blame but ourselves since we elected them in the first place. I'm Sam Jones, and that's my perspective. Up next, a little history and a lot of information about the Oxley Nature Center right after this.